What is crack-a-lackin', friends? We got a drainage system out front here. I want to explain it to you guys how we installed it, what we did, and so you can do it too. So we have the situation is we got a downspout right here. I mean, this is a 40-foot front of our building here. One downspout right there, one downspout right there, and we're getting water all onto our patio area here, which we do not want, especially in the wintertime. It's going to cause a bunch of ice, and plus any water on paver systems is really not a good idea. You want to keep as much of water away and off as you can. So what we did was we installed two drain boxes, one right here and then one right there. They're both catch basins. I believe they're 12-inch catch basins. They make 12 and then a little bit bigger ones. And so the catch basins, we have drain tile then running in between the two catch basins and then down there. So first I'll start off with the downspout really quickly. So it was just an L, so we had another L right here, and then it was running onto the pavers. So we just got another section of the downspout, and then we ran that straight down into the drain box. Okay, and I have another drain box. I wish we got footage of the install, but I can show you after the fact too. So this is the drain box right here. So you have these little adapters. You can, depending on the size of the drain tile, sometimes you use these, sometimes you don't. We actually installed 6-inch drain tile, so we didn't. So you take these out for the 6-inch ones. But if you're doing 4-inch or you're doing 3-inch drain tile, you would use these connectors. Okay, so these go in here, and they twist, and then your drain tile is going to connect in either in the small one or in the bigger space here. Okay, and now one thing to note is you got 2 screws in the top here. You can pop this cap off. Any debris that comes down your downspout, if it's leaves and stuff, it'll get caught on the top of here. If it's not, it's going to fall into the bottom of your basin. Okay, now you can see there's a little gap between where your tube's going to come out and the bottom of the basin. Okay, so you have about 2 inches, well, an inch to 2, and that's going to catch all your debris. So if you have a shingle roof or anything like that, all of your debris that's coming off the roof, all your sand, your dirt, whatever, your shingle fragments are going to come down here and they're going to get caught in the bottom. So once a year, probably take these 2 screws out, drill it out, and then you can scoop out whatever muck is down there. There will always be a little bit of water sitting in there, which is what you want. So if you look down and you see that, that's good, obviously, unless it's been dry for a really long time. So that's the catch basin. And then, so we got the one basin in the ground, and then we tape off the hole on either side. So we taped off this side to get it so it's sealed, so we don't have any water coming off. And then I'll show you on the other one So we actually cut out this piece and the other one, because the other one we came out the bottom of the drain box, and I'll explain why. Okay, so with this one here, most important thing whenever we're running drain tile is we want to make sure it's pitched correctly. Okay, so our downspouts here finish at the same height. All right, we have a 40-foot stretch in between. So from this side to that side is 40 feet. We want a minimum of a 2% pitch in between. Okay, so 2% pitch is 2 inches every 10 feet. Okay, so if it's 40 feet, doing some quick math, that means we need to come down 8 inches. So my drain tile from right here to right there needs a consistent 2% slope. If you don't have a good level, like some type of a laser level or a zip level, we use zip levels all the time. It's going to be a lot harder to calculate that, but you can use your level and you can see where the bubble is at. You just need the bubble, tilting down a little bit. So you want the bubble to that side of your level. So you can use a level as well, but it needs to be consistent the entire way. Otherwise, you're going to end up with standing water inside your drain tile. Okay, so we ran the drain tile out of the side of the box right here, and then all the way along the back of the front of our building here. And then we went into PVC pipe, okay, to do a U around this concrete. Because this concrete footing actually goes pretty far down. So we didn't go underneath the concrete, we went around it because we installed the concrete before we installed the drainage system. So we go into, right here, you can see where it's all messed up, where we dug it out. We go into our PVC right here. We used screws and then also tape so that you technically could use like a duct tape, but there is a tape that's a drain tile tape that's for plumbing and for these type of connections that you can pick up at a hardware store that we used to tape around it. So we screwed it together, and then so we screwed the drain tile to the PVC. We put 3 screws in, one on the top, one on each of the sides, and then we taped around it. That's how we did both of the connections here. Made sure it was pitched correctly again, and then we're running it down through here and then over to this drain box right here. Now remember, we're 8 inches lower right here. Okay, so by the time we're 8 inches lower, we need to now we miss the side, so we can't come in the side of the drain box. If we were able to set this drain box lower, we could, but we can't. So this drain tile actually comes out the bottom of the drain box. So coming out, there's just a short little section right here that comes down out the bottom of the drain box, and then because realistically, I mean, it's a 12-inch, catch drain box, catch basin, kind of interchangeable terms, but so we come out the bottom of the catch basin into our drain tile there, and that is so we're about 14 inches lower. It's because it's always better to have more pitch than less. So I mean, technically, there's a point at which you're going to be the water's going to be rushing out too fast, and you don't want that. That can cause erosion at the end of your pipe. But in this case, like 12 inches is totally fine. So we're actually down about like 16 though, from that side to this side. So we make sure we have a really good consistent slope. We don't really have to worry that much about it. So we're coming out and then out of this drain tile. So we're coming down. It's kind of hard to explain, into a T. And then the drain continues this way. So we're adding water coming down into it. It's going to merge with this water, and then it's going to we send it down the hill. Okay, so then it follows right where I'm walking right here, and this is where we have a lot of slope. And then we come down to this this drain tile right here. Once we get to this grass area, we switched from a solid drain tile to a perforated drain tile, and that's why you see this drain sock right here. And then this is the tape that I was talking about that we use to connect. This is all dirty and such, but it's a very rubber, like think of electrical tape, but it's sticky and it's meant for outdoor applications. Okay, and so this is now a perforated drain tile because we're okay with it percolating out as it runs down the hill here. And then all we're going to do at the very end is put a pop-up drain. So any water that or all the water that's coming down here that's percolating out is gonna come out, and then it can go wherever it would like, whether it goes into our bioretention basin down here, or it were to cross the road. It doesn't really matter at that point. So that's the system that we did to alleviate all the water coming onto our paver system here, and it's it's been installed for about a month and a half now, and we haven't had any issues with it. So it's all going down into the drains down here, and then spitting out. So you're gonna need to make sure you got all the right pieces to it. But yeah, no, it has worked really well for us. Hopefully you guys got some value out of that. It gives you some ideas for what you guys could do for your own drainage systems around your house. Take care, y'all, and have an awesome day. Peace.